everybody at St. Barbara. I am Elisa Isaski, and I am here this morning with Skip and Barb Kustra from the Kentucky Project. And I know a lot of you guys have had a whole bunch of questions about what is actually going on with this outreach ministry. So what better way to find out than come straight to the source? So they invited me here this morning, and I just have a few questions for you guys, if you don't mind answering them, and I guess keeping everybody up to date on what's been happening. So first of all, how are you?
We're doing great. You know, we really do miss very much our St. Barbara connection, although we're trying to touch base with friends, you know, on the telephone. But other than that, we're doing very well. We're staying healthy. We're busy making masks, and you know, that's kept us occupied for 2 months.
Yes, thank you guys so much for. I'm going to turn my watch off so it doesn't interrupt us. Thank you so much for the masks that you have made a whole bunch of us. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
She broke 1,000 yesterday.
Oh, nice. 1,000. That's awesome. Good for you. Way to go. Okay. So, I mean, so many people participate in the Kentucky Project every month, whether it's the volunteers who come in and work with you guys side by side, or if it's the parishioners or just community members who bring stuff to the church. You know, there's really not a month that goes by that the halls are not completely filled with lots of stuff down there. And God bless these guys and their team, because they constantly, like, it's all there one day and then you come in the next day and it's all gone and organized in the truck. So what is kind of your plan moving forward? I know that right now, like, we're not able to gather together with ministry. So kind of what is the, okay, what should people do, I guess, if they have donations, you know?
Unfortunately, right now, if you have donations, you're going to have to stash them at your house for right now. Because sister is in a lockdown like we are here, and she's not able to deal with any of the great donations. We're actually not even able to send a truck this month.
Okay.
We are going to provide gift cards for our adopted families, so that we can still support them this month. But unfortunately, we can't send a truck.
Can't send a truck. Okay, so if you're out there watching and thinking, okay, so I'm not able to bring my donations to the church right now, and you might have a pile at home like me, and you're not sure what to do with it, but you guys did mention that you're taking gift cards, and obviously I would hope maybe monetary donations as well. So if someone's out there watching and thinking, I can't give you my pile of stuff right now, but what else can I do to help?
You know, the financial donation is much appreciated. Our members are stepping up, and they're sending what they would normally spend to provide food, but the gift cards are a substantial amount, and some of them do cost more than what a group is spending on a smaller family. And we really want to help our families through this whole thing, our Kentucky families. So it would be much appreciated. We're also sending a very substantial gift card to Sister Susan so that she could stock up her food pantry. Because how many families, Skip?
Sister normally sends, she has 163 families that come to her food pantry. And in this times, I'm sure it's closer to 200. So we're going to send her a nice gift card so that it can help out her food pantry. So yeah, any monetary donations is great, you know, and like in the past, they can even use the We Share, or just send a check up to the church and notate for the Kentucky Project. So we greatly appreciate it.
Okay, very good. So I would say too, you know, like me, in my case, like I feel like a lot of us these days have been going through our closets and kind of cleaning our houses a little more than we probably normally would. So if people have their items and they're sitting at home, what would be the best way for them to kind of stay connected with us to know when they'll be able to bring it to church?
As soon as we find out from Sister, you know, we'll let you know, and we can put it on. Hopefully things will ease up for June's truck. We're all in uncharted territory right now.
We are.
So
we're hopeful though.
Yeah, hopeful. You know, the stores, the shelves are being stocked more down there. It'll just be a call of when they're permitted to be opening up, like we are up here. So Sister's in touch with the diocese, and you know, the diocese naturally, like us, is in touch with the governor. So as soon as they open things up there, you know, we'll be definitely looking to continue the organized chaos and send
It
the
is.
truck again.
It's such organized. It's like a beautiful show to watch, just how it all comes together. I love it. So I know that a lot of people at home also might be wondering and thinking about the Kentucky Family Reunion that you guys always take every year. So what is the status of that?
Well, sadly, we just had to make the difficult decision to completely cancel for 2020. We had originally planned it for the beginning of April and then rescheduled it for the beginning of October. But with all the recent news of a possible, probable resurgence in the fall, we decided that it was the best, safest course to just completely cancel. We did not want to put our people in a position where they were in a tight social situation, children in bounce houses, even if the government said it was allowable, we felt and the core group met and decided that it just was not the safe thing to do. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure that decision wasn't easy.
It was tough because this is it's the highlight of these families' year.
Yeah.
They look so forward to this, and over the 14 years bonded so well with the other families themselves and with us. So it's a reunion now. It was a tough call.
Yeah, I'm
But-
sure.
We'll have a great party April 10th, 2021.
There you go. You heard it
It's
here.
already booked.
Awesome. So we will just pray that things continue to get better, right? And
Yes.
I keep telling everybody, God has a plan. So we just need to, I feel like we'll be able to look back on this time and be able to say that, I see it now. I understand. So, all right, it's 2021 then. So I know you had mentioned that you talked to Sister. So how are the families down there doing?
Oh, thank you for asking that. I've actually been able to talk to 20 of our 22 families within the last 2 weeks, and they are all doing well. They are all healthy. I know the virus does not seem to have hit them like it has hit other areas. I do think that the very geography that insulates them from infrastructure and business coming into that area has helped protect them somewhat, because outsiders don't really have a reason to go in there. So unless somebody brings it into them, they are well so far. They are very grateful, all of them. I was very moved when I talked to them that all of them expressed concern for us. How are we doing? How's our church family doing? And I thought that was very dear, that their concern was for us. And of course, they're very grateful for our continued help through this whole thing.
Awesome. So good to know that they're doing well, and so sweet of them to ask how we're all doing too.
Yes.
I think that speaks to the connection and the relationship that you guys and your team has built
Right.
down there for sure.
Yeah, none of them asked me for anything. They didn't ask for anything. Their only thing was, how are you all? So I just was very moved by that, really.
That's awesome. So anything you want to share with our parish family at home that's watching?
As soon as we find out, when things open up in Kentucky and we're able to, we'll be back on board for the organized chaos to send a truck. Right now we're all in uncharted territory, so we just don't have the answers for that right now. So yes, if you're able to hold on to your things, that would be great. There's just too many unknowns right now.
There is.
But-
And I will say that, and I can tell you and attest that as soon as we know what's happening and when we're able to allow you all to bring in your donations and ministries are able to start back up again and continue. We said this the other day, we will let everybody know. As soon as we know, we will let everybody else know what's going on. We don't really have any secrets to keep, so we're going to share the information as soon as we get it, because I feel like once we find out that we're able to do things right, you're going to want to tell people
Sure, yes.
that they're able to do stuff. So I just have to tell you both, thank you so much for all that you do for our community, for the Kentucky Project, your team, you guys. You're all so amazing. So thank you for all that you do for all of us in our community. We really, really appreciate it. And I know that your Kentucky families do too.
I've said it many times that this project is obvious, it's driven by the Holy Spirit, but over the last 14 years, it's just been amazing that I think it's helped us up here as much, if not more, than our Kentucky families, just naturally in different ways. But it's just an amazing thing to see that in '06, 5 people started this and made a trip to Kentucky, and now there's over 100 people involved every month, plus all the people from outside the community and different parishes and that. It's just mind-boggling as to where this has gone. So thank everybody out there, our continued members for over the last 14 years. Some have been with us all 14 years.
That's awesome.
You know, it's just mind-boggling.
You guys are watching at home. You're amazing.
Yes.
We love
Thank
you
you.
so much for all that you do and all that you give. And you mentioned it a little bit earlier in our conversation that we had before we started taping about the community really being having the, what did you say? This
A mission
spirit,
spirit.
a mission
A mission
spirit. That's
spirit.
it.
I am humbled and honored to work with, first of all, Kentucky Group members who are just a wonderful, generous, kind group of people, and to belong to a mission-spirited parish like St. Barbara's. I've not come across any other parish that has the same mission spirit. And it's something that I just thought of in conversation with one of our families, her sister. We have a deaf grandmother who has taken over raising her son's children. Her son was murdered, and this deaf grandmother is trying to take care of these troubled children and doing her best to do it. She's living with her sister, and I've spoke with her when I call on the phone. I talked to her, and she said to me, you know, I was just telling Ginger last night that I have never come across a church anywhere in I've lived in other areas and I have never come across another church who has been so helpful to people like, you know, this church is. She said, I said that I wish there was a church like that when I was trying to raise my children. So I think that just really speaks to the heart of St. Barbara's.
It does,
So,
and I
thank
think
you.
it speaks to all of you guys that are watching. You know, we say it all the time, like, be the hands and feet of Jesus to other people, and it goes
Yes.
beyond the walls of just our church. So thank you guys so much again for having me here this morning on your porch. I really appreciate it. And thank all of you, and thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. We really appreciate it. And take care of yourselves, and we will see you soon, and we will share Kentucky news as soon as we have it.
Thank
Stay
you,
safe.
Lisa. We miss you all and love you.